from a basement studio somewhere down under. It's the 80s Show with Australia's Retro Man. On tonight's show, Retro Man dusts off his magazine collection and shows you issue 2 of movie 81. Well, what are we waiting for? Lights, camera, Retro Man.
G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the 80s Show and another episode of our movie magazine series. That's right guys, movie magazine from down under. This is movie number 2, 81, 1981, number 2, and what a great cover. I mean, you've got Goldie Hawn in Private Benjamin, you've got Popeye up in the corner there with Robin Williams, and Sam Jones is back as Flash Gordon. So 81, number 2, fantastic stuff. Let's check it out. So this is the cover, movie 81, number 2. We've got Goldie Hawn on the front, like I said. We've got Popeye, we've got Sam Jones. So let's get into it. We've got The Mirror Cracked. This is an Angela Lansbury, Agatha Christie mystery, a poster for that one, and I mean an all-star cast. We've got Tony Curtis, Elizabeth Taylor, and others. This is the table of contents here, and we've got a sweet little photo of Christopher Reeve and Jane Seymour in Somewhere in Time. Wow, look at that. Nighthawks with Sylvester Stallone and Billy D. Williams. I mean, what a movie this was. A very underrated Sly film. He's got a beard in this one. It's a gritty film. I like it. So we've got the next one here. The Postman Always Rings Twice. I mean, this was a remake of a John Garfield film. This one had Jack Nicholson and Jessica Lange. And look at this, guys. I mean, the pages are coming out here. I must have removed something from this magazine back in the day. But let's move right along. We've got The Mirror Cracked here with Angela Lansbury, a double page there. And we've got a bit more on it. That's another shot of The Mirror Cracked. And look at that. Is that Cary Grant is even in that film? I mean, what a cast. And Ordinary People, that was a very interesting film, that one with Donald Sutherland and Timothy Hutton. I mean, man, he won an Oscar for this thing. And look at this film, The Idolmaker. That was a fantastic musical that was a throwback to the 50s. It looked at the rock and roll scene in the 50s, and I mean a magnificent performance by Ray Sharkey. We've also got Peter Gallagher as one of the teen idols and Paul Land as the other teen idol that Ray Sharkey is whipping into shape. That's a fantastic film if you haven't seen it. Directed by Taylor Hackford. It is simply brilliant. Moving right along now, we've got Times Square. I mean, this is a quirky little film. I've actually done a Blu-ray unboxing of this film. I mean, man, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. This is a bit of a punk film, really, but it's a film about friendship. Even Tim Curry from the Rocky Horror Picture Show is in this one, and I really like this film, Times Square, and it really utilises all of New York City in those really troublesome years, but a top film. And we've got Coast to Coast. I mean, that's Peter Falk from Columbo. And it looks here that this is where we have the problem with the magazine. There's something missing. So Coast to Coast is actually known in America as California Dolls. And it looks like that page has been taken out because we've got Popeye coming in here with Robin Williams. So I must have removed a Popeye picture, I can assume, from this spot here. It would have had Peter Falk on that side, Popeye on that side. So I've removed Popeye, probably because when I was a kid I was a big fan of Popeye. And here we go. We've got Road Games. Jamie Lee Curtis came to Australia to do this film, and I mean, what a thriller. Stacey Keach is in it. And yeah, even Quentin Tarantino loves this one. And we've got McVicker. This is an interesting little film with Roger Daltrey. And we've got Somewhere in Time. Some people love this film. This is a film that Christopher Reeve did during his Superman years. Jane Seymour's in there, also Christopher Plummer. And there's another shot of Christopher Reeve in Somewhere in Time. And we've got a bit of a write-up here on Ordinary People with Mary Tyler Moore. Directed by Robert Redford, this film. Timothy Hutton, Donald Sutherland. And wow, we've got another double page on Ordinary People, a nice colour double. And moving right along, we've got The Incredibles Shrinking Woman. That's Lily Tomlin, a really wacky, insane comedy. But yeah, she's a very talented comedian. And this film is really hit and miss, but if you've never seen it, I mean, wow, maybe you should check it out just to say you've seen it. What's this? The Rocky Horror Picture Show. And that looks like Dr. Frankenfurter, Tim Curry in all the get-up. So they must have brought that back in 1981. And there's a little bit more on it here, is there? Yes, there is. And Tim Curry once again, Susan Sarandon or Sarandon, however you want to pronounce her name, and others. So we've got Little Lord Fauntleroy. That stars Ricky Schroeder, who was in The Champ with John Voight. And we've got $1 Million Memories here. And who is that? That looks like Janet Leigh, the mother of Jamie Lee Curtis, who was formerly the wife of Tony Curtis. And we've got a film here called The Formula. This is a weird film, this one. It's got two acting heavyweights. You've got Marlon Brando and George C. Scott. Directed by John G. Avildsen, who gave us Rocky and the Karate Kid. But a very odd film in Avildsen's catalogue, this one. A really dramatic film. And you've got the jazz singer here, and Neil Diamond, Laurence Olivier, poster for that. And Ming the Merciless is back here. I mean, Flash Gordon keeps popping up in these magazines. It was such a big film during the early 80s. And we've got an insurance advertisement, AGC, The Stuntman with Peter O'Toole. That's a bit of a cult movie. And we've got a poster here for Times Square is the music of the streets. And as I said, that's a very interesting film starring Robin Johnson. And we've got movie briefs. We've got, what's this? Dr. Zhivago. That must have been back in theatres. And we've got Hopscotch with Glenda Jackson and Walter Matthau, The Secret Policeman's Ball. And we've got the special edition here of Close Encounters with Richard Dreyfuss. And this is a great film, this one. That's Matt Dillon in My Bodyguard. If you haven't seen that film, definitely check out My Bodyguard. It's a great bully film. And that's a horror film there. He Knows You're Alone. So, whoa, pages are still falling out, but we've got James Clavell's Shogun with Richard Chamberlain. That was actually a TV miniseries that went to cinema screens in Australia. And we've got, what's this, an advertisement, a drum, cigarettes. Moving right along, Resurrection, a film starring Sam Shepard. And we've got some movie books here, Ronald Reagan, etc., Tyrone Power, David O. Selznick's Hollywood, and we've got a double page on Le Cage Ox Follies 2, and some soundtracks here, Jazz Singer, Knights of the Round Table, Times Square, and Breaker Morant, that Australian classic. And what's this? A picture of Sting and the Police. And who have we got here? We've got Robbie Benson and a very young Kim Cattrall in a movie called Tribute. And who's this guy on the back here? We've got Harry Hamlin in Clash of the Titans. That was a big movie. And, of course, we've got an amazing poster there of Flash Gordon. Look at Sam Jones, Ming the Merciless, and Dale Arden in the background, and Ornella Muti. What a film Flash Gordon was. I love that film. And we've got another cigarette advertisement on the back page. But that was Movie 81 number 2 with the very funny Goldie Hawn on the cover. And that was a fun look back, wasn't it? So there we have it, guys. Movie 81 number 2. And that was a lot of fun. Some great movies there. I mean, Popeye, there was pages missing because I loved Popeye that much. I remember now I actually took out a colour picture of Robin Williams as Popeye. I was a big fan as a kid. And also Goldie Hawn, Sam Jones. I mean, Some great movies here, Flash Gordon, etc. Ordinary People, I mean, that won some Oscars, didn't it? So that was Movie 81 number 2, and we're going to keep these coming, guys. Next time you'll see me, I'll be talking about Movie 81 number 3. That should be a lot of fun as well. So share your memories about Movie Magazine from Down Under. Did you collect this magazine? I mean, it was only $1. And I wish I had got a spare because this one's seen better days. But hey guys, it's still in pretty good condition. I mean, a couple of loose pages. I wish I had that Popeye one back in there, but that's another story. Anyway guys, Movie 81 number 2. Thanks for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be back to talk about another movie magazine very soon. Hey, this is Retro Man, living the dream, 80s style. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and with more surprises than a jumping kangaroo. Please subscribe and good night, viewers.